Problem set 5.8, page number 427. Let's do a few of these problems. Get you ready for the homework. Start on number 26. That one's a little bit trickier. I'm going to need a lot of board space, so let's write it up here. 72x to the 4th y squared. We're going to break this down into its prime factors. Okay, so I've got a 2, a 2, a 2, and a couple 3's there. So I'm going to need a lot of room here. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. My x's, I've got 4, and my y's, I have 2. So once I get them all into my radical sign like that, start pulling my couples out. 1, 2, got a couple here, here, and a couple here. So when I pull them out, I'm pulling out a 2 and a couple of 3's, a couple of x's, and another couple of x's, and a couple of y's. And I'm left with whatever I didn't circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply these. And when I multiply those, I get 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. I still have a y, and in my radical sign is the square root of 2. That ends up being a simplification of that, even though it doesn't look terribly simple. Alright, let's look at another one. I'm looking especially at number 28 here. Figure we might as well do some of the tougher ones that you're going to run into, since it seems like math teachers have a tendency to do that. They give you the easy ones in the examples and they assign you the really hard ones that you have no idea how to do. So let's try the square root of 20, and then we've got an x cubed and a y cubed. Let's make that a little longer there. Prime factors 2, 10, 2, and 5. So my radical sign is going to be 2 times 2 times 5 for my number 20. Times x times x times x, because x cubed times y times y times y. Alright, so let's go ahead and circle my couples. Pull those out. And everything else that isn't circled stays in. And I like to circle them because I invariably pull some things out or leave some things and forget something. Now, notice the mistake I made on here already as I look at this again. I did the common mistake of I pulled this couple out, but notice I multiplied them. That is supposed to be a 2. So, I make mistakes along the way. I guess maybe that doesn't give you much hope, since I've been teaching this for 20 some odd years and I'm still making these simple errors like that. Anyway, that's as hard as it gets on that page as far as 1 to 28. Turn the page to 428. You'll notice that we've got a lot of Pythagorean here. And if you read the instructions, it says do not use a calculator. So what we're going to do with this one, let's look at 30. We've got our triangle. And we've got a C, that's what we're looking for. Got a 5 and we got a 5. So according to Pythagorean, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we just do our basic math here. 50 equals c squared. Take the square root of both sides. And we have the square root of 50 equals c. Now before I had you plug that into your calculator and you get an estimate. Well, now that you're a pro at simplification, we're going to take that square root of 50 and break it down into its primes. And we get the square root of 2 times 5 times 5. Circle our pairs, pull out, and we get 5 square root of 2 for our answer for C. So that's what I want you to do for 29 to 34. And we're done with problem set 5.8.